Welcome in the Mentor Forge podcast. I'm your host, Corey Morris. We're going to continue on with my discussion of mentorship in leadership and in business. And how do we mentor someone in leadership? How do we help them step into more of a leadership role? So today we're going to be talking about leadership. After vision, attitude, how do you help someone, mentor someone to step into leadership? I had a great coffee the other day with actual business owner who was experiencing some frustration in his own team, his lead manager, and he was trying to train him not just to run the business, but he hired him to manage the business. So here's the difference, is really we want to train leaders, we want to mentor leaders, not managers. And what I mean by that, it's really what ends up happening is we want to, there's a level of teaching aspect to this. You're not just showing them how to do it. You're not just doing the work for your people, but you're actually showing them how to do it. Take ownership of that task, that role, whatever they're doing, and then give them the freedom to find out better ways to do it, to give them an opportunity, set high expectation for them to go above and beyond versus just giving the lowest standard possible, providing a place where they just kind of can just show up and do what they're supposed to do and leave. But when you really find out who leaders are, as well as you really train leaders, when you give them the opportunity to really impress you. And I think a lot of that I like to say in the best way is when we give responsibility, we have to give the authority to complete the task. That's when that tension, when we learn about people, we tend to set a low bar, a low standard, and we basically just say, do this and do it like this. Don't do anything more, don't do anything less. And really, we're giving them low motivation, low reason for loyalty, for trust, and we're just kind of, what we're end up getting is just paid employees or by the book managers, and we're not really training somebody to grow, manage, lead, and actually scale the business. You can't really scale when you just got people who punch a clock or a bunch of solely just doers, what they do right in front of you. You want people that have the ability to think and process and decision make and think outside. So a funny example, it's not necessarily funny, it was actually really profound when I saw it, is my nephew. I was with my nephews this past weekend, and one of them had a squirt gun. And it was one of those squirt guns that actually connected to a bucket of water, and you could actually shoot it. It was like a pump squirt gun. It was really unique. But he needed to go get something else before he used the squirt gun. Well, his little brother's right there. And as some of y'all who had little brothers and you don't want them to play with your toy, what do? You usually say, don't touch this, or I'm going to beat you up, or else, right? We kind of play the role of a micromanager. Like I said, don't set the low standard just for an opportunity for him to fail, solely just to fail. Give him an opportunity for more ownership, and therefore he'll exceed your expectations, and actually he'll have more ownership and develop more trust. Communicate trust to him. And so I thought this was very unique. My nephew, the 6-year-old, said to the 4-year-old, he goes, we have to protect this from anyone getting it. Which I don't know who was getting it. Was he talking about me? I don't know. But I thought that was really unique how he used we, so it's us. There's a collective. That communicates trust, partnership, co-ownership in this endeavor. And then 2, he said, we have to protect this, meaning, like, yeah, you're part of this. Here's a job, here's a high standard. I am giving you this to trust you to not only use this, but protect it, to actually value it, to increase what's there. Anyway, that's a little bit much. But you get what I'm saying, and I think that was just sometimes as leaders, we need to learn to give language We need to learn to give responsibility where there's authority to complete the task, where there's ownership on their part, where they feel like a partner in the effort. And what it does, it communicates trust. You'll get greater loyalty, and then there's a level of productivity that you are basically handing them something where they will do the task. And there's a lot of people, schools training people to do this, unfortunately. I know I felt this way. It's like, just tell me what to do. Give me the X, Y, and Z. Give me the list to follow so I know you'll be happy when I'm done. Versus, hey, here's the task, here's the responsibility, now here's the authority to complete it. Think critically. Open up your mind to think beyond just what's right there, what I'm just telling you. You have the ability, I trust you to actually complete this task and do it in your own way, and that actually you can learn and teach somebody else how to do it better, and you can delegate more off of this responsibility and this role and this task within the business. So I just think that's really interesting as we really think about mentoring people within business. And this is, if you're being mentored and you want to be mentored, this is a way to help your mentor or your leader, your boss, to kind of bring you along, helping you really think through what they're looking for, how to do it well, how to exceed their expectations, right? How can they give you more authority with the responsibility? And for leaders, like I said, it's just how are you going to give that responsibility to your employees, to your partners, to your leaders, people that you see leadership, giving them space to, even when you give them authority, you're giving them space to fail and to learn and to figure out. And that's all part of the process of really creating leaders beyond just managers, creating people that can scale the business versus just paid employees. So, that's all I got for today. I appreciate you listening. Go check out more at mentorforge.com and find out more about my mentoring services.